I'd like to ask you a few questions. Have you ever noticed that your life seems to follow a particular pattern, or that you find yourself in a particular position quite often, maybe when you need to fight or defend or lead, or where you need to, make peace amongst people, or where you just feel as if you want to be with the water, the ocean, or maybe just stay with nature? Do you feel this way? Do you feel like you're a messenger, like you are always trying to travel, connect with people, try to communicate with people? If you feel these things, then maybe it's just an Orisha trying to reach out to you. I'll explain. Now, if you pay very close attention to these particular patterns, you will notice that they happen to you quite early in life, maybe since you were a kid. Or sometimes you can just look at a child and you feel as if this child is just very natural at a particular thing. Now, before religion, before the world told you who you should be, you were somebody. And it's almost like since the moment you started feeling life, your spirit was already guiding you towards your path. Something that used to happen long, long, long ago. And I know that still happens now, but not just as openly as it used to be. We Yoruba people call it AKOSEJAYE. You see, the moment a child is born, I think on the very first day this child is born, the parents of this child will consult the babalawo and ask the babalawo, oh, this child that we have given birth to, what is this child's path in life? The babalawo then consults the Ifa, and then the Ifa tells them, oh, this child is going to be so and so, maybe a doctor or a lawyer, or maybe the person is actually going to build something. Then we'll say it that way, oni ogo. And then they will tell the parents, oh, these are the ways you should guide this child. These are the things that you should do to help this child to be able to reach their full potential. That was how we used to do it as Africans before religion came and then told us that all these things was demonic. Now, no, they weren't. They were very important. Let me explain. In Ifa or Isheshe, or let me just say the African spirituality in general, it is believed that every person comes to earth with a spiritual awakening or a spiritual alignment. Now, we are able to express this alignment to the fullest when we connect with the Orishas. Now, the Orisha are not gods, you understand, it is always misinterpreted. No, they are cosmic intelligence. They are forces of nature, you understand, and energies through which the universe expresses itself. So, every Orisha governs a particular principle of existence. And sometimes a person's life, might show these principles in one or two ways. Sorry, I'm a little bit camera shy, so I look away a lot. In the traditional understanding, when things keeps happening, you understand, it may be that it's actually a particular Orisha trying to tell you to connect with yourself. And some people always call the Orishas their father and their mother. This does not necessarily mean biological. It means that these Orishas are the forces through which they are able to connect with their most inner self. So let me explain. So if you're someone that you're naturally drawn to leadership, strategy, justice, battle, you understand, you most likely carry Ogun or Shango energy. Now, if you're someone that you like peace, you understand, you have wisdom, you're very patient, you believe in purity, you believe in ethics and peace, and maybe your friends always like to come to you to ask you for advice when they have issues, then it is that you are exhibiting Obatala's energy. Now, if you're someone that you are drawn to nurturing, to motherhood, to fertility, rivers, you want to be out with nature, you have, like when people are going through a lot in their minds, they come to you for emotional healing, then it must be that you are exhibiting or showing Yemoja energy. And there is someone that you like to communicate with people, to talk to people, you like to travel, you like to negotiate, you love to solve problems, then you are simply, exhibiting the powerful aura of issue. And if you're someone that you like knowledge, you like divination, you like philosophy, you like understanding destiny, then you just carry power of Numila. These things are very easy. Now, these are not labels, they are patterns, and this pattern does not necessarily just happen with one person. It might be like maybe your bloodline, your family line. People always share the same thing. People, the father has gone into law and justice, and then the child. The people are just naturally into specific things. You understand? Now, you might ask me, why does this matter? When you are able to understand your spiritual patterns as a family or as an individual, it's going to help you to be able to get to your destiny, or maybe to be able to achieve your utmost destiny very, very fast, rather than for you, just moving around. Now, religion came, and with religion came education. Before religion, we used to learn from our fathers, we used to learn from our ancestors. So like I said, the moment a child is born, and then they are given their and the parents are told, oh, this is what the first says that your child is going to be, maybe a lawyer. What they do is that they immediately put you in that line. You understand? You are educated in the African way, to understand justice, to understand this. If you have to learn it maybe through your grandfather that is already in that line, or if you have to go to be an apprentice with somebody else, because something actually be from everybody have different testimonies. So your father might actually be someone that loves to communicate, and you might not like it. You might just be someone that likes peace and and purity. Then they move you where you belong. You understand? So that way everyone is able to be useful in their community. You are useful for something. Nobody is born useless. Now, after talking about that, we will then talk about how religion and education has kind of destroyed this, because now the moment a child is born, instead of the people, the community to seek guidance from Olodumare through Orunmila, through Ifa, we don't do that. We just throw our children and we throw ourselves into the world without really knowing what our purpose is. Then we become adults that have no vision, that have no purpose in life. We don't even know where we are coming from. So we don't know where we are. We don't know where we are going to. These are the issues that always causes a lot of misalignment, and that is the reason why someone will feel as if they don't have anything to offer humanity. Actually, you have a lot of things to offer humanity. Unfortunately, just never got the chance. Many of us became bakers because we did not have a choice, because the government, and then also the religious system did not allow us to ask questions, did not allow us to seek, real knowledge. We were just thrown into classrooms to figure whatever. Then the people that are naturally drawn to fertility, that should be our midwives, that should be our nurses, did not even get a chance to even witness, to even get the right education or to be able to reach their full potential. And then when they don't get it, what do? They go into a different line entirely, where they become would I say fashion designers. You understand? Instead of them to be nurses, you get, then we become fashion designers because we just need to survive. So it's actually not about us trying to reach our full potential anymore. It's about us trying to just survive. And that's the reason why so many people will go to medical school and then come out to become a baker. We are not aligning properly with our destiny. So people that are natural ambassadors, people that exhibit the wisdom and the communication of issue, are shoemakers. You are not aligning. You understand? Of course, yes, we have fashion designers, we have shoemakers, but it might not be your calling. But you found yourself in that position just because you don't have any other thing to do. So, what can you do? My advice, like I always say, I stand as no authority over anyone. I'm just a messenger. My advice is that you go back home, ask your parents, if you have any grown-up person in the family that still understands, our African reality, ask them who you were, ask them what Orisha is the prominent one for your family. Ask them about family patterns, or what happened to my grandfather, what happened to my great grandfather. If they know, they should tell you. If you don't have that, I would advise that you seek the knowledge of those that still have the wisdom of home, so that you can be able to align you back to your so that you don't live a wasted life. That way you will know your exact calling. You will know if you are supposed to be a police officer to protect the people, you're supposed to actually be a lawyer, where you're actually supposed to be in a place of justice. You understand? Where you're supposed to be in a place where you are supposed to beautify the world. If you're supposed to be a farmer, you're supposed to feed people, and then you feel lost in the office. You don't even know where you belong. Not everybody actually belongs in the office, no. Some people will touch the land and the land will start growing beautifully. Some people will leave their day job and become farmers, and it will be as if the moment they just plant, the next day everything is already growing. And some people that are actually supposed to be in a place of justice, and then they become farmers, then they start tilling the land as if the land refuses to bear forth good fruits. No, there is nothing wrong with you. You've just lost your way. You've just not been able to align properly with your destiny. So, like I said, I would advise you once again to go back home and ask questions. Know who you were, know who you are, and that way there will be nobody that will be of wasted life or wasted destiny. As a community, we'll be able to use all of our talents together, all of our God-given gifts together, and then we will bring back our glory days together. So this is my lecture for today. We will have another talk some other time. Till then, area you're new. Ashe.